Hi guys, this is Larissa and Yoga Life Balance. Welcome. We're going to have today a session just over 45 minutes. It will be a blessing session for your hips, hip flexors. This is the very last point in our body we are working on. We train our legs, thighs, core, back, biceps. We want to be strong. But these little babies, your hip flexors, suffer a lot from not being stretched enough. Preventing having injuries later on, sciatic nerve is one of them. And in general, in our Western world, we don't stretch enough our hips. You can stop at any point. You don't have to do just over 40-minute session if you don't have time. See how it goes. You can stop if something is not suitable for you. As always, if yoga or certain asanas are not suitable for you, you simply are not doing it. You're not going to have a golden medal. Your hips will thank you by the end of this practice. Shall we start? Let's do it together. Place hands into crucifix position or just elbows down on the floor, shins parallel to the floor. Inhale. When you exhale, you move your knees to the right side. And you can see that your knees just kind of left knee run away. Push it forward. You can place your right hand on your left knee and keep it together, leveled up. Left hand and up, and you place your left shoulder down to the floor, looking to the back, pushing left hip forward. The more you push your left hip forward, the deeper the stretch. And this stretch, this goes through your shoulder blades, go through your back, just your glutes and your lower back. Move to the center, lean to the left side. Push your right hip forward. Your knees are leveled up. You can keep your left hand on your right knee, stretching through your hand, placing elbow at the level of your shoulder, or look to the right side if you can. And slowly bring yourself back to the center. Move your head closer to your knees and rock backward and forward. And we're going to sit in front of the mat into squat position. Pushing your elbows into your knees if you can, bringing yourself into Namaste, pushing hips down. If you can, sit here. If you cannot, hands down on the floor, and you're moving your hips up and moving them from side to side. Push elbows into your thighs if you can. Chest push forward, squeezing shoulder blades in the back. You can close your eyes and feel stretch into your groin area. If you feel like moving from side to side, move from side to side. I would like to remind you, so hands can be placed down on the floor if it's too much. If it's too much for opening your knees, you can bring them slightly closer to each other. And I move from side to side in my legs, from side to side, widening my legs, moving right leg away from my left, stretching, moving to one side to another one. And slowly start bringing myself up halfway through, elbows pushed into the thighs, still moving hips from side to side. Move your right shoulder down to the floor, look forward, move your left shoulder down to the floor, still pushing elbows into thighs. Look up, right shoulder goes down and left. Slowly bring yourself up. You stand in the middle of the mat. You may need to hold the wall or have a chair and place your left hand on the chair. We're going to open our knees from side to side. So you're moving your right knee up, open it to the right side, touch the floor and move to the back. 10 times on one side. Ready? And 1, and back. 2, and 3. You can hear maybe a clicking noise in your hip. It's fine. 4. If you lose the balance, it's fine. You can hold the chair. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can stop at any point if it's too much. And 10. Other side, either holding the wall, chair, or holding the balance as well if you want to. Left knee up, only putting to the side, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Brilliant. Holding the balance and stretching our hip. To bring your left leg together, first and second finger together. Bend your knee, grab your ankle on the back, engage your hand, and start leaning forward. At the same time, opening your leg up. If it's too much, place hand on the chair or hold the wall and stretching, 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 holding the balance. Slowly bring yourself back to the center. Well done. Let's do it on the other side. Shake hands, legs. Catch up with breath if you need to. Engage your first and second finger. Bend your left knee, grab your ankle. Try to find the balance before you start leaning forward. Then your hand is engaged and you lean forward. And you're moving your leg up, holding 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Brilliant. Okay, we're going to do a lot of lunges today. Lunges, obviously, opening your legs. Stand in front of the mat and roll on your toes and your heels from rolls. By doing this, you're engaging your core, pushing pelvis forward. Rotate your shoulder blades up and back. Suck your belly in. And then inhale and stretch your hands. Lean forward, forward bend. Hands down on the floor, knees bend. Inhale, gazing position. Hands down on the floor. Step back into plank with your right leg and left leg. Move your knees down on the floor, chest down on the floor. Move your head up. Squeezing shoulder blades on the back. Holding 5, move like that if you want to. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down on the floor. Move into flat tabletop position and move into first child position. You're trying to push your hips down on the floor. If you're tired at any point at the day, during the day, move down into your child position, pushing hips down on the floor, relaxing your muscles. If you want to stretch through your hands, move into fingers. Move into your flat tabletop position. Knee moved closer to the center. Push your toes under for a better balance and move your right knee up and rotate it clockwise. 5 times. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Changing direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right knee down on the floor, left knee moved up. If it's too much for your knee, have a cushion under your right knee. Move your left knee up and rotate it clockwise. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Every time when you rotate, feel you're stretching something. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. It's not about the speed, it's about stretching and working our hips. Push your toes under, move into down facing dog. Look forward, bend your elbows, move mat away with your hands. Stretch your ass back, opening shoulders into sides. Rotate your head, rotate your shoulders, moving hips from side to side. Paddle with your legs. Move your left leg closer to the center. Maybe need to step slightly closer to your hands if this distance is not enough for you. Left leg can be fully stretched or partly stretched. Right leg moving up as high as you can. Bend your right knee and crossing over. Look to the ceiling through your right armpit. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You stretch your right leg. Look forward. You bend your knee and you're trying to touch your right elbow and move up. Stretch again through your right leg. Crossing over, holding 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stretch your right leg and place it down on the floor in the middle. Your right leg replacing your left. Left leg moving up as high as you can. Opening, crossing over. Look to the ceiling through your left armpit, holding 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch your left leg, look forward, and your left knee is trying to touch your left elbow. Move up. Left leg up, crossing over to the right side. Look to the ceiling through the left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move back into down facing dog. Look forward. Move your head down, opening your shoulders. Move your head from side to side, shoulders and hips from side to side. Move down on your knees. Bring yourself on the left leg, down on the floor. Right knee moved up. If you can, try to stretch your right leg, or you can keep it bent. It's your choice. But try to move your right leg forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Push into toes on the back and push your heel down on the floor. Stretch. Feel stretch in your shin. Then cross over to the left side with your right leg. Move hands forward. If you can, you're moving closer to the left leg into deep forward bend. The more you push your heel down on the floor, the deeper stretch into your glute. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move hands down on the floor, still holding ourselves on the left knee. Move your right knee up, and you can keep it, just bend your knee if it's too much. If you can, you stretch. This time you're moving slightly up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Move into your child position. Hips above your knees. Move hands down. Move your forehead down on the floor if you can, or chest and chin. Holding 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move back into flat tabletop position. Right knee down on the floor. Between your two hands, left knee moved up, and you can keep your knee bent. Maybe you can stretch and move it forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push into your toes on your left leg and push you down to the floor. Holding 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left knee bend, moving up, stretch. This time, if you can, moving up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Move it to the back and cross it over this time. Hands moved forward, and move your hands to the right side. Holding 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands down on the floor, knee down on the floor, pushing into toes, moving to down facing dog. Look forward and move your head down, opening your shoulders into sides. Move hips from side to side. Move, rotate your head, rotate your shoulders. Step with your left leg closer to the center. Right leg is moving up as high as you can. Bend your right knee, crossing over. Look to the ceiling through your right armpit. Stretch your right leg and bring yourself this time into deep lunge. Step in front of the mat. If it's too much, bring your left knee down on the floor and then step forward. Deep lunge. So I push my hips down a few times before I go any further. Stretch your hands up. Bring them into cactus position, squeezing shoulder blades on the back. And with each exhalation, I sink down. So sinking down 5, and slightly move up, and 4, sinking down, and up. 3, 2, 1. Hands please down on both sides of your right leg. Keep stomach on your thigh and start pushing hips to the back. Move your head down to the floor, holding 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place hands down on the floor. Step back onto your knees. Moving into down facing dog. Bring your left leg up high as you can, crossing over, looking up to the ceiling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look forward, bend your knee and step in front of the mat. If it's too much, you can bring your right knee down on the floor and then step in front of the mat. Before I start moving down, keep pushing my hips down. I'm checking that right knee is not crashing into the floor. Stretch your hands. Bring yourself into cactus position and start pushing hips down with each exhalation. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands please down on the floor, stomach on your thighs, and you start pushing your hips down to the back, holding 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your knees down on the floor, open knees wide again, and bring yourself into child position. You can stretch your hands, move yourself down on your forehead, maybe on your bring hands down on the floor, pushing to your toes, and move into down facing dog. Step with your left leg in the center of the mat, right leg is moving up high, crossing over. Stretch your right leg and step in front of your left leg with a little tiny baby step. Move your left leg up high, crossing over, stretch, and step in front of the right. Right leg up high. Try to keep your hands on the floor, crossing over, stretch, and step. Left leg up high, crossing over, stretch. Eventually, we are standing in front of the mat. Bend your knees, grab your elbows on the back, and start sliding your elbows down. Move your forehead down, holding 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly start bringing yourself up. Hands up, move up. Well done. Okay, we're in front of the mat. Push pelvis forward, rotate your shoulder blades up and back. Look up and stretch. Forward bend. Look forward, gazing position. Step or jump back into mat. It's up to you. Into the plank. You can go down on your knees. Maybe you can go down through chaturanga and then move into upper facing dog. If you can, move your left leg up, holding 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left leg down, right leg up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. If you can, roll into down facing dog. Left leg 45 degrees, right in front of the mat. Warrior 1. All these warriors are all about hips as well. Stretching up, clasp hands, move hands behind your ears, bend your right knee, push left hip forward and right back. If you can, left hand place on your left thigh, right hand stretch, opening your chest. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now clasp your hands. If you can, you're moving into warrior 3. So you're either clasping your hands or keep them separately, moving onto your knee, right leg, knee slightly bent. Try to stretch your left leg and right leg, holding 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Step back. If you lose the balance, it's fine. Clasping hands, holding your stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands through namaste, please down on the floor. Step back into plank. Either go down through your knees or chaturanga. Upper facing dog. And moving into down facing dog. Couple of breaths here, recovering position. Look forward. When you exhale, you're trying to move your head down below your hands all the time. Right leg 45 degrees, left in front of the mat. Move your left hip to the back and right hip forward. Hips pointed to the front of the mat. Stretch your hands, clasp them, move behind your ears and sink. You can stay in this position if you want to go further. Right hand placed on your right thigh, left hand up, opening your chest, holding 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can clasp your hands or keep them separately. Lean forward. Try to find the balance. Try to move your right leg up, stretching through your hands and legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Good job. Tough one. Hands up, opening up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down on the floor. Move down into down facing dog. This is your recovering position, moving your head from side to side and shoulders from side to side, hips from side to side. Pedal with your legs if you have to pedal. Catch up your breath, pushing your belly out if you want to. Opening shoulders into sides. Check yourself. Check how your back is stretching, how your hamstrings are stretching. With each exhalation, maybe you can push heels one by one to the floor. Look forward and step or jump in front of the mat. Look forward, forward bend. Bend your knees and move your hands under your heels, pushing hips up, holding 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly start bringing yourself up, stretch, clasp your hands, push pelvis forward, opening your chest, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step in front of the mat. Moving into warrior 2, now opening our hips again, pushing pelvis forward. Stretch and reach the ceiling. Forward bend. Look forward, step or jump back, your choice. Chaturanga, you can go down on your knees, upper facing dog, and you roll into down facing dog. Left leg turned 90 degrees right in front of the mat. Bring yourself up through your hands, squeezing shoulder blades from the back. Look forward, engaging your hands. Start bending your knee. So your knee ideally just above your heel, heels in one line or slightly wider. Place your right elbow on your right thigh. Maybe you can bring your right hand down inside of your right leg. If you cannot, don't worry, left hand up and above your head, holding and try to move your hips down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both hands placed on the left side of your right leg. Left knee move down on the floor. I still support myself through my hands. If you can, you're moving on the edge of the right sole of the foot and you're opening your right knee to the side. Really nice deep stretch here. And holding yourself here. Pushing to the side, pushing to the side. If you can, you're trying to start bringing your elbows down on the floor one by one, 2 together. If you need to have a block, or maybe you're just holding yourself in this position and it's enough for you. If you think you can go further, you stretch your right leg, kind of showing it's 1 o'clock. It's optional, everything is optional. You just need to find your own version, what is right for you, and stretch how you feel it's right for you. Slowly, I bring myself back onto my hands, moving on my right leg, moving left knee closer to my right, having a good balance, hands on both sides of my right leg, step back into plank and down facing dog. Move your head from side to side, hips, shoulders from side to side, stretch, move your head below your hands. Look forward. Right leg turn 90 degrees, left in front of the mat. Engage your hands, stretch your hands, squeeze your shoulder blades from the back, left knee above your heel. You start bending your knee, sitting down. If you can, left elbow on your left knee, maybe inside of your left leg, right hand up, and move above your head, holding 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both hands placed down on the floor and right knees moving down on the floor. You're trying to move your left leg on the edge. You're moving, pushing your left knee away, even using your hand if you want to. But if it's enough for you, just stay here, stay here. As soon as you feel a stretch in your groin area, hip on the left leg, it's perfectly fine. So I'm trying to place my elbows down on the floor and still moving my hips from side to side. If you can, you stretch your left leg. It's kind of showing it's 11 o'clock. If it's too much, of course, you're not doing it. You're doing it what is right for you. It feels right, feels good. It should be challenging, but never painful. Move hands up, moving left leg closer to my right. Place hands on both sides of my left leg and I move back into down facing dog. Moving hands, shoulders from side to side. We're moving down on our knees. We're trying to get into pigeon or pigeon preparation. A lot of stages in this position, and you need to stop at any point if it's too much and you feel it's awful for you. So you move on the right side of the mat, knee on the right side, right knee on the right side. Left leg step forward. Place hands on the edge of the mat, moving my left sole of the foot on the edge, and I'm trying to place my left ankle parallel to the front of the mat and moving up. When I moved up, I'm trying to get into forward bend. Do it slowly and control, don't rush. We're going to do this 3 times. Do it with your own speed, time. So I'm trying to place my ankle down and then stretch. Last one, down and stretch. Eventually bring myself into the most comfortable position on the mat with my left knee being bent. I'm trying to move my hips down on the floor. If your knee suffers here, just don't do this. You can sit in the cross-leg sitting position and it's fine. You're trying to move with your hands forward on your fingers. If you want to, push your left hip to the back and right forward. Forehead is moving down. Holding 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly start bringing yourself up. Check whether you can hold the balance. Check whether you can move your hands up. If you've done it, brilliant. Next step, you can use blocks or books or cushions. You can place your block under your hip, so you disengage your core, you exclude your core, and another block can be in the front. Or if you feel you don't need to have them, it's fine. So left hand moving closer to the center, bend your right leg, grab your sole of the foot and push it forward. And stay here if you think, yes, it's enough, it's good, I feel the stretch. If you can go further, slide into elbow, engage in your core, look forward, stretch your hand. And the very, very last bit, which is very, very tough and difficult, including your core and shoulder twisting and back stretch. And eventually sit on your left thigh when you had enough. Keep your left ankle parallel to the front of the mat. Move your right leg across. Check your position, it's not a lotus. Your right heel is going to be above your left knee. And you're trying to push your right knee down towards your left heel. Hands or face down on the floor. And you move from side to side. You move and sit comfortably. For some of you, it's natural, you don't do anything. For me, it's tough. Stretch your hands. Grab your wrists, maybe elbows, or bring hands into Namaste. You're trying to lean forward. The more you lean forward, the deeper stretch you feel into your knees, your groin area, your hips. Some people don't feel anything at all. They're so flexible. Brilliant. Let's open our legs wide. Let's open them wide. If knees are difficult to stretch, then keep them bent, stretching up through your hands. Place hands on your shins, your ankles, squeezing shoulder blades on the back. Try to move slightly forward. If it's too much, hands can be placed on your hips, slightly trying to roll backward and forward. As soon as you feel the stretch in your groin areas, in your hamstrings, it's fine. This is what you're doing right. If you can, place hands on your toes and maybe chin and chest goes down to the floor. You're holding 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly start bringing yourself up. Right ankle placed parallel to the front of the mat. Left across. Use hands, use fists. Move from side to side. Sit comfortably. Stretch through your hands. Grab your wrists, elbows. Bring hands into Namaste. Look forward. Squeeze your shoulder blades in the back. And lean forward. Look down, forehead down, holding 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly start bringing yourself up, opening legs wide again. Second attempt. Second is a little bit easier always. It feels like, oh, I'm not progressing. Yes, you are. Hands can be on your hips. If you wish, you can clasp your hands in the back and you try to lean forward, moving hands higher, higher, higher. Chin and chest is trying to reach the floor. Give yourself time. Give yourself maybe a number of years before you go down to the floor. It's worth doing it. So grab your knees and we're moving to the other side of the mat, stretching up. So this time, your left knee is going to be on the left side of the mat. Right leg moved forward. Step and hold yourself. Hands placed on the edge of the mat. Right sole of the foot on the edge. And you're trying to place your ankle down to the floor. Move up and stretch. And second time, we're going to do 3 attempts. Check your 2 different legs, 2 different sides. They're all different. We are not perfectly symmetrical. We are, but not perfectly. So you bring your knee into the most comfortable angle and sit and see how it feels. If it's awful, straight away move out from this position. If you can go further, move on your hands, move your forehead down, push your left hip forward and right back, holding 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bring yourself up. You can use a block, you can move a cushion, you can place cushion, keep your hip maybe on the block, maybe in front of you, maybe you can use 2 blocks. Move your right hand in the middle, grab your left leg and start pushing it closer to your hip. And if it's enough, you're staying where you are. If you can, you slide into your elbow, move your elbow up, engage your right hand, concentrate on the spot. And if you lost the balance, which happens, it's okay. And unravel and move into child position. Knees together, forehead down on the floor, and place your hands along with the body. Bring hands down on the floor, push into your toes, move into down facing dog. Left leg step closer to the center of the mat. Right leg is moving up high. If we can this time, you move your right leg to the right side and bring it down. Let's do it again. Right leg up. If it's too much, bend your knee and you do it with your knee being bent. Okay? And last one, up and to the side. We are repeating this on the other leg. Right leg step closer to the center. Left leg is moving up high. Then move to the left side and down. If it's too much, bend your knee. Left leg up to the side. Down. Last one. Well done. It's tough one. And down. Look forward. Place your left leg to the center. Right leg is moving up high. Crossing over. Stretch. And step in front of your left. Left leg moving up high. Crossing over. Stretch. And step in front of your right. Look forward. Separate your legs with the distance of your hips. Bend your knees. Grab your toes. Push your hips up, move into deep forward bend. If you want, rock from your toes to your heels and you will feel a difference in the stretch. It's a deeper stretch. Bend your knees and slowly start bringing yourself up. Stretch. Exhale. Right. Holding balance. Opening our hips further. Use the wall. Use the chair if it's too much for you. You bend your left knee slightly, grab your right and push across, move it across, move your right knee away. If you don't need to hold the wall, don't hold the wall. So you need to decide how far you want to go. So first, concentrate on your core, rotate your shoulder blades up and back and look down on the spot and try to sit in an imaginary chair. Sit and stay here. If you feel you can, hands placed into Namaste, you start stretching up, hands moving down, you're pushing the right knee away, holding into deep forward bend for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend your knee when you're moving up. It's difficult to hold the balance, you may be out of the balance. Shake hands, legs have a break. Other side, when you're ready, and you can hold the wall. You can hold the chair, sofa, whatever is just next to you. Right knee slightly bent, left knee moving up, move it across. If it's enough for you, you don't do anything else. Rotate your shoulder blades up and back. Suck your belly in, engage your core before you start sitting down. You bend your knee, sitting in an imaginary chair. And if you feel it's fine, it's enough for me, I feel all good, so far so good, not too painful. Hands into namaste if you can. Look forward, trying to reach the floor. Use blocks, place hands on blocks if you want to. Holding 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend your knee and slowly start bringing yourself up. Shake your hands and shake your legs. Well done. Good one. Let's do the balance. Yeah, tree position. Simple looking, quite tough to do. You bend your left knee slightly, moving your right knee up, grab your ankle. You're either pushing into your thigh. If it's too much, move your leg below your knee on your shin. Don't keep it on your knee. You're trying to move your right knee away, opening hips. If you can, stretch your hands and start waving from the left, move up and to the right. A lot of going on in our body. Balance, core and legs, everything is working in one unit. Right knee slightly bent, don't overlock. Left knee moved up and push into your right thigh. If it's too much, slide it down. Don't keep on your knee. I'm trying to move my left knee away, opening my hips as much as I can. Stretch through my hands and lean to the left side. Straight and to the right. Brilliant. If you lost the balance, it's fine. It happens. It's life. Let's go down on the floor then. Let's do our stretches on the floor. Give yourself a hug and rock from side to side. Grab your ankles. Place soles of your feet down on the floor. Hands down on the floor and move your hips up and start rotating them right down and left. Pushing them one by one nicely. Yeah. Move slowly, vertebra by vertebra, down on the floor. Give yourself a hug. Rock from side to side. Bring the soles of your feet down on the floor, hands down on the floor. Moving your hips up now, opening your knees wide. Up and slowly bring yourself down. Touch the floor and move your hips up, opening your knees wide. Push hips up and slowly bring yourself down. We've done 2, opening, 3, slowly down. We are going to do only 5, so it's 4. Slowly move down, last one, and 5. Brilliant. Bend your knees, give yourself a hug, rock from side to side. Bring right sole of the foot down on the floor, left knee bend, move it across. Push your left knee away. Bring hands into crucifix position or elbows down, and you're trying to move your right leg down to the floor, and left knee I'm trying to push down on the floor. Now you feel a deep stretch into your hip flexors. I feel like it's pulling my muscles on the left side down. The more I push knee down, the deeper stretch is. You decide how far you want to go. Okay, slowly start bringing yourself up. Grab your right thigh, move closer to your chest. Maybe your knee, maybe you want to stretch it. If you are practicing full lotus, you can go into full lotus here. If you want to, trying to place your knees down on the floor, you can. Stretching your hands, moving them above your head. Slowly start unraveling, changing position. You bend your right knee, moving closer to your chest, placing across your left leg. Push your right knee away from you, and if you feel it's fine, it's enough for me, I don't want to go any further, fine. Hands, elbows down on the floor, and you're trying to move your left thigh down to the floor, and I push now my right knee down to the floor as well. The more I push my right knee, the deeper stretch is in my legs, in my thighs. Slowly bring yourself up. Grab your left thigh and move your knee closer to your chest. You can stretch your leg, you can grab your knee. If you're practicing your lotus, bringing hands together, crossing your legs. Bringing knees then down to the floor. If you want to try, be careful, very careful. Stretch your hands, move them above your head. And slowly bring yourself back to the center. Start unraveling. Hold on. So give yourself a hug and rock from side to side. Right sole of the foot down on the floor. Keep your right hand on your right hip. Grab left sole of the foot and push your knee down to the floor. Half happy baby position. Try to pushing your right hip down on the floor and left knee is pushing down to the floor at the same time. Push it, move it down, and move it down. Your right sole of the foot from outside and push it down. Place your left hand on your left hip. Feel the stretch. And push your knee down, push a few times, feel the stretch. Enjoy it. If you can, grab your both soles of your feet and push them down to the floor. Bring soles of your feet together and place hands along with the body. Now, this is one of your favorite positions, so you can feel a stretch in your groin areas. The gravity is just pushing into your knees, and you're having a really nice stretch into groins and hips, flexors areas. You don't need to do anything. You're just lying down, relaxing and stretching. Try to relax every single muscle. Feel on the stretch around your hip flexors. Place hands down on the floor. Bring your knees up and stretch. Bring your legs into horse position. Inhale, engage all muscles you have been using during the practice and relax. Inhale and engage again all the muscles and relax. Try to relax all your muscles, your core, your legs, your thighs. You just feel a really nice relaxation in your body. You worked very, very hard. Give yourself a time to relax. Bring your knees closer to each other. I hope you will enjoy this session. You've done a really good job. It was a great pleasure to be with you. Have a great day. Bye.